Would you like the opportunity to preserve, protect, and catch migratory wild trout like these in our local waterways year-round? If so, I have some extremely important information to share with you. Greetings everyone, Owen here from Aussie Fishing Adventures. Some of you know me from my fly fishing videos, but as many know, I am extremely passionate towards my love for wild trout. Those of you that follow me on social media know that I have a very particular interest towards the Loch Levin strain of brown trout in relation to how they live and adapt in Pennsylvania's warm water as well as cold water watersheds. And not just only the Loch Levin strain, because the crazy part is that I have found throughout the state that there is actually some German strain wild brown trout that are now adapting and moving like these migratory Loch Levin wild browns do, which is very interesting. These trout migrate throughout the year depending on water temperature fluctuations as well as food availability. This past summer, I've had the pleasure and good fortune to meet local wild trout authority Eric Richard, who is now one of my best friends who has taught me everything as well about these migratory Loch Levin moving wild brown trout. As I said, there are Germans as well that display the same migratory movements and characteristics of the Loch Levin strain of brown trout.
Pretty fish.
Oh, absolutely.
Love the greenish on his flank there.
That's an awesome looking fish out of this small stream. Eric Richard and Russ Collins, a president of one of my local Trout Unlimited chapters, has recently created a petition to present the concept of a study to the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission in relation to these migratory moving brown trout. The goal of the study is to change creel limits to support the availability of larger fish and the preservation of these migratory wild fish throughout our watersheds here in Pennsylvania. Everyone, please, I really need your help, and I know there's many people that are just as passionate as me in relation to these moving migratory wild fish not being protected at this very moment in time. Square one is to get 1,000 signatures on this petition by January 1st of 2021. Please click the link to the petition in the description below and help support this effort to expand the range of wild trout in our rivers and streams. Support this effort by signing the petition to preserve and protect our dear wild trout. The potential for these migratory wild brown trout is amazing in the state of Pennsylvania as well as other states if we just manage for them correctly. The potential is endless. I really hope that one day these migratory wild brown trout will be thriving throughout Pennsylvania's watersheds, Maine's watersheds, New York watersheds where they're mismanaged as of current. That could really change very, very soon, guys. Thanks to you signing the petition. As I said on my social media many times in the past throughout this semester that I was going to talk about Loch Levin wild trout and I just never got to it. I'm going to really start talking about it and creating some noise in relation to the movements of these wild brown trout because at this point, people need to be educated about these trout and how they move. But it's up to people and conservationists like all of us guys to educate the public on why these wild trout need to be protected and why new creel limits need to be put in place in order to protect the movements of these wild brown trout to maintain a self-sustaining wild trout fishery that will last throughout the summer, throughout the winter months, and for many years to come. Thank you for your time, and let's work together to ensure the protection and preservation of these migratory wild brown trout, which have the potential to change fishing culture throughout Pennsylvania. Oh my goodness. There you go.